This video going to very quickly introduce you how to work on each module. I used the module 1 as the example. If you log into Blackboard and click on module 1, you can see every module have an introduction, have a learning objective, and have a due this module. For module 1, we have actual 2 items for due this week. One is asking you to create an account to access Cengage, MindTap, or Cosmate, or it has many different names, but in our case, it's MindTap. And also, I want to set up learning environment, which means you need to download the GDK and set up the path. And later, I'm going to introduce you that. And the other 2 items, debug exercise. Actually, the other 3 items. Debug exercise, program exercise, and exam are the regular assignment for each module, right? And this thing, you click on this thing, gonna go to course calendar, and you can also access course calendar from the left-hand side navigation menu. Discussion board, if you have anything, talk to me, but I prefer you email. If you have anything you only want to share with me, a question only for me, email is the best way. I can very easily check my email. But if you want to discuss something with your classmate, right, or include me, we discuss something together, we can go to the discussion board. I don't have any specific discussion assignment. Chapter file. This is the file you can download. The file, if you click on this file, there is an option to ask you. It leads you to MindTab, and you can download that file. Like this one, I download to my folder, which is a zip file version. You have to right click on it, extract all, then choose default folder, which is the same name folder without zip extension. You go to that file, you can see that they have a code in figures and debug exercise. The debug exercise are the 4 files which have some errors asking to fix. The code in figures files is the files we used for demonstration in the textbook, right? Usually, when we're working on Java without using any MindTab, the education platform, usually we deal with each Java file we can, use, for instance, the Notepad++ to edit each file. And you have to make sure the Java language been chose for Java program. But if your file have a Java extension, by default, it's set language to be Java. The benefit by set the language to be Java is you see the color, matching the Java naming convention, right? So in this case, you have the file. This is the Java file, and you can learn, everything in Java is a class. And if you want a class to be executable, which means you can run that file, you have to have a main method. And the main method have to be like this. You have to remember that. And this is the print statement for Java, right? The reason I want you to set the environment is after you download the GDK in the Windows environment, it is located here. Let me show you. Usually on Windows C program Java, you already have 2 folders here. If you properly download GDK, the latest version GDK is 14, I remember, but in my case, I'm still using 8. I'm gonna give you the reason why I'm still using 8. Later, we are gonna use NetBeans IDE. NetBeans support up to 1.8, I believe. 11 it doesn't support, so that's why I still using GDK 1.8. The GRE, which is another Java package, which is very basic Java running machine. So a lot of time when you receive a message, your Java update, you have a new Java update. That means Java update Java JRE, Java running environment. The GDK is a development kit we download. And the bin directory, you should have a Java C Java executable file there. If you don't see this exe extension, you can click on view, make sure file name extension been checked. Right, this is something some student been confused. I don't have that exe file. Actually, you have. But after you download that GDK, how to download? My video already told you, right? Just Google it, right? Google it and find a proper version to download for your specific operating system. Choose default. The folder choose default. Don't change anything. By default, in Windows environment, go to this folder. For Mac environment, go to, I believe, application or somewhere, right? If you have any question, you can email me because a lot of students using Windows. So the reason I want you set up a path, and I'm going to very quickly do it from here. You need to copy this folder, right? You right click on my PC or this PC property, advanced system setting. My video has that. The assignment, setting up an environment variable. What you need to do is you need to copy this, like click on new, copy that folder here. I already have it. See that I already copied that here and save it, right? Save it, okay for everything. Then you have a environment set up. The reason I want to set up that environment is later you can use the command prompt. CD is change directory. So later, if I run some Java code in the code in figure, I can go to here, right? Then I can call the compiler. You can learn that later, right? Compiler name is Java C, like first Java. You probably need a bit. Yes, no error message. Then you can run it. This is the second step. When you run it, like I mentioned in my code, right? You don't need use a file extension. Then whatever you want to print, let me show that file, right? Let's go to the download folder, which is here. Code in figures first. You see that? This is two display statement. You see that this statement it is displayed here, which means your Java program properly run in the GDK environment, right? GDK plus that Notepad++. This is a very basic text editor and Java compiler. You have to manually call the Java compiler from command prompt, and after this, if you don't set the path, you cannot get that Java C.exe file and Java.exe file. You have to specify the location, the path, right? So this is how to use the chapter file. Reading, you have many links to do the reading. For instance, this first three are introduced. What is the mind tab, right? You have to watch them, read them. If this is the first time you use mind tab, this is a preview for unit 1, which is module 1. The reading, if you click on the reading, it can lead you to the ebook on the mind tab side set. and you have a lot of advantage. You have a, Mind tab can read it for you, right? It can read the book for you. You can make a notes. You can highlight a lot of content. The first time you access it, you probably need to register, right? It asks you some information, your email, your password, if you already have an account, or your organization, your email address. Use KCTCS email address. Don't use your Yahoo or Gmail, Hotmail, whatever your personal email. Use KCTCS email because that's going to help us manage your student account. So first time, like I mentioned, it may take a while to load the Cengage page. But anyway, that reading page is going to lead you to the ebook. We're going to come back later, right? Learning activity. First part, there are two parts here. First part is called something called coding snips, which is all on Mind tab. It's a virtual Java environment, which means you don't need to go to a command prompt to call JavaC Java or use the Notepad++ to add the code. The coding snips already have that virtual environment on the Mind tab side, which means you have two in our class. You have two different environments. Which one you choose is up to you. But your assignment has to be working on the Mind tab side. In other words, after you run your program, everything is good. You can copy it to the Mind tab. There is an error message, but usually it should work. Mind tab, like I mentioned, like you saw already, sometimes have issue, right? So don't be frustrated. This is new thing error, which means probably we cannot, a system error has occurred. If you have that, email me. If you have that error, email me. Let me know what happened. It works for me a few minutes ago. I don't know why. So, but anyway, this is the snaps, not snaps, snappers, right? Coding. Another one, second part is review and reinforce. You click on these two links, also lead you to Mind tab site following this instruction. Interactive lecture. Usually I put some my video. This is my video. Ask you to tell you how to install GDK. And also sometime I'm going to explain some content of the textbook. Or if I find some video from the author of this book, I can put it here, right? And this is the internet tutorial. I like this one very much. You can watch, but this is optional, like I mentioned, optional, right? Assignment. For usually we have two assignments. One is debug, assignment to debug, and another one is coding. Other than exam, we have exam, right? We have exam later. So, but for module 1, I have an assignment number 1 to let you set up learning environment, which is download GDK, set up the path. So watch my video and learn how to do it. The exam is very easy. You click on start exam, you access the exam and work on that. Automatically your grade, all this grade can be sync back to Blackboard. You can check my grade by click on this link, right? I think that's all for how to work on each module.